Happy summer, pen pals. Tom with Goldspot Pens here again with our monthly top 5 list of the hottest pens on goldspot.com. True, the summer months are a bit slow in bringing new pens to market, but June had a couple of sizzling hot new releases that made the list. Now, let's take a look at the month that was in the world of fine writing. So in June, we introduced the latest Jacques Herbin anniversary ink called Kyanite du Nepal. We celebrated National Ballpoint Day with a special top 5 video and giveaway. Diplomat introduced the limited edition Aero Volute, a pen with a marbled finish created by hydro-dipping immersion printing. Later in the month, we received a new shipment of Leonardo Officina pens that included a Momento Zero finish called Mediterranean Coral, and a limited edition celluloid fountain pen with a 14-karat gold nib. Despite their awesomeness, these pens did not make our top 5 list this month. So here's my quick disclaimer about this list. These top 5 pens are based on sales, likes, comments, and customer reviews on Goldspot.com during the month of June. This isn't my personal top 5 list or greatest of all time list. It's a list created by you, the fine people of the online pen community. So at number 5 on our top 5 list for June, you might start to get a little bit of deja vu. Not only am I wearing the same shirt from May, but I also am showing you one of the same pens from May's list, which is the Pelikan Souverain 600 Violet White. And there's a reason why, because this pen is an outstanding new design that Pelikan had come up with in the earlier part of the spring, which has certainly carried over because it's just a very beautiful looking, elegant, classic pen with purple, and it's a beautiful striped barrel with the white cap, white blind cap, white section with gold trim. And what we did was we asked the folks at Rickshaw Bagworks in San Francisco, California, to commission us an exclusive pen sleeve that perfectly fits with this pen, and we've been selling them in tandem so that you get the pen sleeve with your Pelikan Souverain pen, and people have been really enjoying this. So a pleasant surprise, being that it is a purple and white pen that people are really taking to this design. It is a 14-karat gold nib, piston filling mechanism, so it's internal filling, bottled ink only, and exquisite writing pen. We saw these guys getting made in Germany when we visited in May, and absolutely pleased with the result and the response that we've been seeing from this particular pen. Also note is that the box comes in this exclusive special edition type box, and you have the other Souverain 600 pens in the turquoise white, or I believe the white transparent, and the pink. That these guys come in this special like lace sort of bodice type box that open up and has the purple on the inside of the box here as well, so it matches the overall design of the pen. And these being special editions, the turquoise white of last year has pretty much sold out. We expect that this one will also be available for a limited time, probably until the end of the year, my guess would be, and that's usually how long they'll last. Number 4 on our list is exceptionally appropriate given the time of year. It is the special edition Lamy Safari USA Independence pen, the first ever exclusive for the United States. Why has it taken so long? I don't know. It could just be the fact that, the US is only part of the overall market. Of course, for Lamy, Germany is probably their biggest, and then also Japan and worldwide, but the US has finally got their own special edition to call their own. It's not exactly a new color per se, but it's an amalgamation of different types of safari styles. So on the cap you have a red clip, white cap, and then a red finial topper here, and then you have the barrel and the section are blue, just like the L14 Blue Safari that you've come to know and love. Not exactly the most creative type of pen, but it is a special edition, and it comes in a special edition type of box that is different from your ordinary Safari box, so there's that. And then what we've also done too is that for the fountain pens we've been including a converter. So normally you would have your Safari would come with an LT10 blue ink cartridge, but what we've done is wanted to provide a little bit of additional value if you're purchasing your first Safari pen. You don't have an LZ28 or 24 converter that goes with it. We've been including them in each of the pens, so that is another nice little extra thing that we like to put in there. But these guys have been doing pretty well since their launch earlier this month, and we anticipate that with July, of course, coming up next with Independence Day, that we'll continue to see a lot of movement and interest in these guys here. So number 3 is another holdover from May's list. It is the Carandash 849 and Nespresso exclusive collaboration limited edition in the India Green. So this is the second edition that followed last year's Darkhan Blue, which they take the colors of the Nespresso pods, and not only the colors, but the actual pods themselves, the used pods. The aluminum is taken and then recycled into this brand new ballpoint pen. You also have the packaging is all very austere, recyclable. The ballpoint pen refill itself, as we explored in our top 5 ballpoint pens of 2019 video, is the Goliath cartridge, which is one of the best that you could possibly find on the market. It's got a ridiculous capacity, smooth writing tip, and a good variety as well. You could get a blue or black, or I believe also red and green type of refill, and the blue and black come in fine, medium, or broad tip sizes. And you'd have here, it says made with recycled Nespresso capsules. And it also has a nice coffee scent. No, just kidding, it really doesn't, but that would be cool if it did, didn't it? All right, so we have another Pelikan that is on our top 5 list. At number 2, we have the Pelikan Classic 200 in the Smoky Quartz. This is a special edition back from a few years ago that is a translucent demonstrator, and it was paired with the Edelstein Ink of the Year, also by the same name of Smoky Quartz. The reason why it's on the list now is because it was a special weekly dip that we had earlier in the month, and we were able to lower the price due to an agreement that we came up with to purchase a certain amount of inventory that we got from Pelikan. So what we've been doing is we've lowered the price naturally, and a lot of people have really been taking to this particular design. It is very much like the name. It's smoky. It has a translucency to it, but it's more evident in, let's say, the emptier part of the barrel that's here, but in where you see the mechanism of the piston and the blind cap, it's a little bit darker, a bit more opaque. And then you would see on the cap here would also kind of transition from more opaque to more translucent areas. And the gold trim looks fantastic on this. It has a certain warmth and a certain welcoming quality, very almost like decadent looking, very reminiscent of the Cognac, the 200 Cognac that came out a few years prior to that. But this is a bit more darker, less on the more reddish side, more neutral toned. It does come in a box that has a leatherette pouch with a ribbon on it, also warranty booklet and whatnot, but the variety of different nib sizes available in stainless steel. And just to note also, it's a piston filler, so you could only use bottled ink on this mode as well. So it's something that if you wanted to try a Pelikan piston fill fountain pen and you didn't want to break the bank on a Souveron just yet, the Classic series is a great starter point, and when you get one of these on sale like you were able to with the Smoky Quartz, it's an even better value, because then you could save yourself some money and really see what the difference is when you choose a Pelikan pen. And at number 1 for this month's top 5 pens, we have the Retro 51 limited edition Popper, the Shield. So this special edition was done in commemoration and in honor of our men and women in blue. This is a design that is meant to take the appearance of a police cruiser. So if you look around the type of barrel and the decorations on it, it kind of has that, sort of like high-tech contemporary feel. It says to serve and protect, and it says call 911 on there, which is a lot of things that you would see on a typical police car these days. So, and then in the middle here, the focal point of this design is the police shield that's here. So it has police officer, and everything is done in acid etch. So this is a pewter finish that the shield is made out of. Everything else is kind of like a lacquer, sort of a matted lacquer. Then you have the rest of the designs here that is on the barrel are also acid etched, so you could kind of feel the texture of this pen, especially in the shield part, which is something that Retro 51's been very keen on doing on some of their limited editions, to create not only a visual interest but also textural. And I think that's an important component that really doesn't translate when you see these pens just as a picture online, but when you get to feel it and hold it, you can feel the metal weight of that barrel and also the texture as you run your fingers over it, the texture of that shield and the rest of the design, which is truly, you know, something to appreciate in the multitude of senses you can appreciate it with. You also have on the top finial here is a police shield, so it's a kind of like a more idealistic sort of drawing of it, and then you'll have the limited edition number is engraved on the top ring. So this was a limited edition of 1,515 pieces, and currently at Goldspot we do still have these available at the time of this video. We probably have about like a little bit less than half of what we had asked for, so you could hop on to goldspot.com and grab yours while they do last. And usually poppers don't last long, and that's really why they end up usually coming in at number one, is because once they come in they go pretty much quickly right out. And this is definitely a little bit higher of a edition count, so usually with these poppers we see 800 pieces, 900 pieces, but this is 1,500 pieces. It's a little bit more than your usual Retro 51 limited edition, so that's why it's probably lasting a little bit longer than most of them do. This is definitely a nice pen to give to somebody who, you know, you appreciate, as far as like a police officer or someone who's serving duty, or it's a great pen to use on the job as well as if you're a police officer. So this is a pen that is truly worthy of the number one top spot in this month's list. Alright, so it's not a pen, but I did want to give an honorable mention to these new Esterbrook pen nooks. Open this up here. These came in this month, and you can see our top 5 pens are nestled quite cozily inside of this beautiful inlaid fabric interior. And this drawer pulls out completely, as you see here. And then the inside of this also has a nice fabric. It's a paisley design. It looks quite beautiful all put together. So the exterior is made out of vegan leather and has an off-color stitching and really kind of like a rigid construction. So it's not like a softer pen case. You could really be able to throw this in your bag and let it bang around with all the other stuff that's inside of your suitcase or your bag, and know that your pens are comfortably fitted inside there. But these have come in just at the beginning of the month and were extremely popular, especially with pen collectors that are looking for a more elegant solution for their portability of their pens. So here's what to expect next month. In July, many of us are planning on taking vacations and traveling around the world. If you've been collecting our Retro 51 limited edition Skyline pens, get your bags packed for our next stop. Stay informed about this and all our latest releases by signing up for our email newsletter. There's a link to it in the description below. Thanks to all of you that support Goldspot pens by liking, subscribing, and placing orders on goldspot.com. We're almost at 10,000 subscribers on our YouTube channel. Once we cross 10,000, we can open up our own merch store on Teespring. What I'd like to know is, what kinds of pen-related designs would you like to see on t-shirts, mugs, buttons, and etc.? Let us know in the comments below as well. Enjoy your summer. Stay inky, my friends. Take care.